Morning.
What challenges does you see from UCLA's defense?
I think the schedules or the record is very deceiving. They played some really good teams. Same record against common opponents as we have. You watch them on defense; they're very long, they're very athletic, they're physical, very multiple in their scheme. Can cause some headaches trying to figure out what they're doing, especially on third down. But just real impressive defensive unit as far as team speed, physicality, and athleticism to see on tape.
Is it easy to get guys' attention? As you said, their record can be deceiving. They've played a tough schedule. You just kind of point to who they played and how they played against them.
Not our guys. Our guys are locked in. I mean, we're trying to improve every single day, every single week. So I mean, it's just another opportunity for us to go out there and see how much better and how much more we've developed this week.
Coach, you guys are running the kind of short and swing pass game quite a bit against Ohio State. Was that something you saw that you could expose them on, or what was the game plan?
Just trying to get the ball out quick. It's a very scary pass rush at times, so you don't want to be standing back there the whole game holding the ball.
What's been the key to getting Thomas Fidone more involved in the offense the last couple of weeks?
Just giving him opportunities. His specialty. His special trait is vertically down the field. He's extremely explosive and fast, and can separate and use his body with 50-50 catches. So I think just giving him more opportunities as we go along the way here to make plays vertically down the field.
Did he come to you guys? Coach Will said he kind of came to you guys a month ago and said, "What more can I do?" How often do players come to you, and how much did you appreciate that he sought your feedback?
Yeah, I love it. I love that players do that all the time. I mean, they're confident, they're comfortable, doing that. It was awesome. He's like, I can help this team. I can get open. I can catch the ball. We all obviously already knew that, but we just need to make a better effort at getting them the ball down the field, and that's what we've done the last couple of weeks.
Into November now, with 4 games left, you obviously have some options with players who can redshirt if they haven't played, at the receiver spot, other places. How do you see the potential impact of that in this last stretch?
I think there'll be some guys on both sides of the ball that can come in and contribute. Especially, you don't know when injuries are going to pop up. Right now relatively healthy, but just in the next month, like what could happen from an injury standpoint. So to have a plan B at some positions is a luxury to have.
How challenging is it when somebody hasn't played all year, all of a sudden there's an expectation you're supposed to incorporate them because they got a couple of games to play? How hard is it to get them up to speed and actually get them in the game?
Our guys play so much. Like Coach does an unbelievable job of good on good, and actually not just scout team. I mean, those guys are getting to play our offense, the whole season, so they're not behind in anything that we're doing offensively.
I mean, the guy that comes to mind right off the top is Malachi, because he has the experience and did it last year. What do you think about his position potential to contribute in November, and are there others, true freshmen, that you're excited about for this season?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys I'm excited about. I don't want to step here and say names, at that point. But yeah, Malachi would be a one. Obviously, had a good freshman year last year that could come and contribute if called upon.
When Dylan runs like he did, I mean, how much more can that open things up for you guys on offense? Just when the defense has to account for that now too.
It's huge. I mean, when they think you can't run, they don't have to have a spy. That they can play man coverage and read his eyes and get underneath certain routes. So for him to be able to pull it down and run like you did, I think at least they have to account for it. It shows they have to account for him now.
Is that something that you wanted to do more? Is that a recent conversation with him?
I haven't had a conversation with him about it. I'm probably speaking out of place, but I think it came from the third and 4 to 5 we had right before the half at Indiana, where he could have ran it and he didn't. I think that pissed him off. I think he just kind of subconsciously did it just to prove he could.
What do you think of him as a runner?
I didn't know he could run like that, to be honest with you. I've never seen it, but I thought he did a really nice job. He switched the ball on the outside arm. He used used his off arm weapon as a stiff arm. It was cool. I'd hopefully see some more.
What did it mean to you to see John Bull have the day he did, and how that can help an offense and a play caller and all that, and knowing he's got that?
It was amazing. Yeah, he just put on a show out here today. I'll let Coach tell you all about that. But I mean, Coach was putting him in some weird situations with the wind, and he just kept coming through. So it's from a lot of hard work. I mean, we watch him every day. We come up to as a team and watch him kick. And for where it started to where it is now, it's been really cool to watch that guy, how he's developed and worked at it.
With 4 games left, where do you think the offense needs the most improvement this last part of the season?
Continuing to be able to run the ball with just common runs, traditional runs, being able to put the ball on the perimeter and block. I think it would take be a huge step for us, and then just continue to develop our play action pass game. Which if you can continue to get better in the run, that will improve and allow us to push the ball a bit down the field more than we're doing right now.
Ty Robinson at fullback. How many plays has he tried to get you to draw up for him now?
Judy on that last one was amazing. I don't know if you've seen that clip or not, but he snaps the guy's head back and jumps up and they're celebrating. It's a really cool moment to watch all those guys celebrating. But yeah, Ty's super explosive, super athletic, and he has won in a bunch of plays.
So that's your fullbacks now. Those 2 guys we're going to use.
We've talked about all kinds of guys, defensive linemen, linebackers. So those 2 would be the primaries right now.
How much work have they got in at that before going into the game for that?
One practice Friday, our last full speed practice, they got a rep.
Hey, that goal line situation there, were they both? I know 16 was in there. I thought maybe it was Bonner. Was that Judy who was in front of Robinson on the goal line there?
Yeah.
Coach talked about the spot on that play on the 3rd down run to Jalen, and can you kind of take us through what that process is like and how hectic that is when you're upstairs and you maybe think the spot is different than what it was before 4th down, and do you talk about a timeout when you see that the spot is not what you thought?
Yeah, I thought it was literally that far from the goal line, and when the ref spotted, I thought he's sitting there with his right foot. And then when they backed it up, we were all like, "Can we get it?" And we all collectively thought we could, get over the top and get it, especially with Ty and those guys in there. But it did not work out, and we'll learn from it.
Thank you.